There are a few things I know for certain about the UFC 270 main event. One of those things being that Ciryl Gane has the skills, the smarts, and the ability to beat Francis Ngannou on Saturday night. He has a high fight IQ and is very cognizant defensively. He protects his chin and covers up well when he's under attack. He's also mindful enough to avoid engaging in a firefight with the champion, and he has the footwork to be elsewhere when Ngannou's hand comes flying at his head. Technically speaking, there's no question Gane's the more skilled striker of the two. He's a heavyweight that moves like a welterweight. He bounces on his toes in and out of range, and he uses all 8 weapons with fluidity. Not to mention the fact that he knows exactly what he has to do in order to beat Ngannou, and he's got a great track record of executing game plans. Given the fact he's a former training partner of Ngannou and has likely sparred many rounds with him over the years, only adds to how comfortable he's going to be when the ref gets out of the way on Saturday night. But just because he has all those great qualities doesn't mean he's going to be able to stop Ngannou from sending him to the shallow round. Few men can stop what Ngannou does. He doesn't have the refined and dynamic striking skills of Gane, but he doesn't need them. The power and the ferocity he has in his hands are all that he needs to take out any heavyweight the sport has to offer. And as much as I can picture Gane stalling on Ngannou en route to an undisputed heavyweight title win, I can also see the champion rushing forward and throwing those ham hogs in that violent street fighter-like fashion that he does, and Gane going down like a sack of potatoes. MMA is unpredictable as it gets, but it's really unpredictable when it comes to the heavyweight division, especially when we're talking about the elite talent. Even if the stylistic matchup isn't a striker versus striker, more often than not, when you have big men in small gloves, somebody's going to fall. It's going to be a compelling build-up to this one. There's much drama being made about that video of them passing each other backstage a couple months back, and Ngannou not saying hi or embracing Gane, but that really doesn't mean much to me, and I never bought into that being anything. The real drama surrounding this fight is between Francis and the UFC. The champion has publicly stated that he will not re-sign with the UFC unless certain conditions and provisions are made in his next contract. One of which is the allowance of being able to take boxing fights as well. He's also thrown out other statements about how he wants to be paid. And personally, I believe all those outside factors aren't good for Ngannou. The distraction and the added pressure of having tension with the promotion and having made a lot of it public is never a good thing for a fighter. Who knows, it's possible that the added pressure brings out the best in Ngannou, but I can't help but feel like the only thing it does is favor Gane. Inside the octagon, Ngannou will go down in history as one of the scariest fighters in the game, with some of the nastiest, gut-wrenching knockouts we've ever seen. That's already solidified, but I don't really know what to make of what's going on with him outside of the cage. Between his reputation in the past of being difficult to work with and the apparent desire to cross over into show business, I feel like we've seen this before, and I'm not sure I've ever seen this work out for a professional fighter in the long term. I'm not prepared to say that Ngannou has gone full Hollywood just yet, or that it's going to catch up to him in this fight. I'm just saying that at the moment, it feels like that's the road we're headed down. But it's the speed and immense power that has taken him this far, and it's going to continue to take him far if he keeps his head on straight. But as dangerous as he is, the closer this fight gets, the more I start to see Gane walking away the victor. Ngannou's approach of aggressively rushing forward into the pocket to land a death touch has seen him dispatch some of the most talented heavyweights in the game in quick and devastating fashion. And it's an approach that works fantastic and has yielded amazing results, and will continue to do so until it doesn't. While the payoff is huge, rushing in with all that speed and lack of defense to land the kill shot leaves you very susceptible to being put in danger if you're fighting someone who's prepared for it and able to execute. And at UFC 270, Ciryl Gane will be prepared for Ngannou. And at least at this point in the week, when these two giants collide on Saturday night, I think it's Gane who's left standing once the dust settles, the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.